Hello and welcome to Go on Shaw TV. My name is Leanne Evans, and on today's episode we're at SALTA Gymnastics. We're going to take an inside look to the club, and I'm also going to get a private lesson from one of the national coaches. We have that and lots more coming up on Go.
One of the things that happens is people don't understand how the body's involved to generate power. We need to understand how the golf swing works. It's a rotation, but what rotates and how much?
Well, welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. We are at SALTA Gymnastics, and Eva is joining me. She is the head coach here. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so why don't we start off by telling me a little bit about SALTA?
Well, SALTA's been here since 1988, so we're going strong on 26, 27 years now. It is a nonprofit organization, and we have about 700 kids for each session.
All right, so what are some of the programs that are offered here at SALTA Gymnastics?
We have preschool programs all the way to teens and adults. We have 3 sessions a year, winter or fall, winter, and spring session, also with weekly day camps, summer day camps through July and August.
All right, so who can all come out to SALTA?
Anybody, absolutely anybody. And they can have fun and they can enjoy everything, the newly expanded facility we have here. We just gained 5,000 square feet with the renovations. We also have programs for adapted gymnastics for kids with disabilities, ages 5 to 12. We have teen classes, adult classes, and also we have drop-in for 5 and under.
So many people can come out and try gymnastics, and I see that there's, rings and trampolines. So what is exactly taught here?
It's basically the basics of gymnastics. It's called the trampoline of any other sports.
Okay, so why do you love gymnastics so much?
I grew up as a gymnast. I was a Olympian in 1976, and then I came to Canada, and I just wanted to give back wherever I learned from gymnastics into this wonderful community we have here.
So how can people find out more information?
They can go to our website, www.saltagym.com. We have Facebook. We have online registration, everything you can find on our website.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm going to learn some gymnastics later on in the show. Hopefully I can do okay. I haven't done it since I was a little girl, so we have that and lots more coming up on Go. Welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. We're at SALTA Gymnastics, and Rebecca is joining me now. Today you're going to be my personal coach, but usually you're the team coordinator here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you're going to be showing me a couple of moves here at the gymnastics club. So what are we doing?
Well, first we're going to get you warmed up, and then we're going to put you through a little bit of physical preparation, which is going to get your body a little bit more stronger so you can actually learn these skills.
Okay, so earlier you said you're going to make me sweat here.
I'm going to make you sweat a lot.
You got a whole lesson plan worked out for me, so
Absolutely.
Let's get started.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you run from line to line just 3 or 4 times just to get that heart rate up.
Okay, so I can start over here?
Yeah, you can just start over there. Perfect, and normally we do that 10 to 15 times, but now you can stop. Okay. We're gonna warm up a little bit. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna copy me, okay?
All right.
So just feet slightly apart, shoulder width, and you're just gonna go like this, and we're gonna go 1, 2, and then straighten, 3, 4. Seven, 8, good, again.
So what is this doing?
This is gonna get our joints limbered up and just a little bit loosened, just stretched out a bit. Okay, so now you're gonna put your feet together and you're gonna touch your toes. You're gonna try and touch the floor here. 1, 2, and then behind your feet, 3, and then like this. So, I would put your feet apart, and you're gonna go like this. Good, and we're going to just touch each foot, and then we're gonna alternate like this. So, we're gonna do that 8 times. Okay, now we're gonna sit on our bum, or on our bottoms. And I just want you to try and reach down, and you're gonna pulse 8 times. I don't like to sit and stretch just like static, just because we don't want to elongate the muscles too much, because we're going to want them a little bit shorter so they're a little bit more power output.
Okay.
At the end, we would do that.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I like to just keep everything in motion when we're doing our warm-up.
All right.
Okay. So let's do 4 more pulses, and then we'll do it in straddle.
Okay.
Okay? And one more time out. 3, 4. And this is called pancake, because it's like flat.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a pancake.
Kind of like a waffle, but that's okay, that's okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the boxes.
Okay.
We're gonna be done with the warm-up. Usually I would put you through about a half an hour of this if you were on team.
Okay.
Recreational is about 10 to 15 minutes. But for you, I think we'll just move to the next thing, because I wanna show you how we're gonna get stronger.
Okay, here we are at the boxes. What do we gotta do here?
Okay, we're gonna do a basic exercise. It's called plyometrics. We do this about 2 to 3 times, depending on who the athlete is, a week in gymnastics. What it's doing is it's preparing you for the landings, for takeoffs, and for basic strength and power. So it's really important that we do this. So for you, what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna go up and down, up onto the box, down on the floor, and rebounding all the way down the boxes, and then forward roll at the cheese, and then run back. The second time, you're gonna do tuck jumps over, and then forward roll down the cheese, and then we'll have a little chat to see how that went.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds
are you ready?
good. Yeah.
All right.
I got this.
Okay, go. Good, and try not to stop.
Oh.
Really fast. Good job, now run back. Now you're gonna do tuck jumps over.
Okay.
So you're gonna miss the boxes completely.
Oh, missed the box completely.
Yes. Good. Good. She totally cheated. Good job. I'm not here.
It's really hard at the end there.
It's really hard. Teach you a inverted salto. It's basically an introduction of how to do a backward salto, but you're doing it on a bar.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of you've probably seen it 100 times. A lot of little kids do this in the parks.
Okay, so I had a drink of water. Now we are at the beams. What are we doing here?
Okay, I'm gonna bring you through a little bit of a complex and just show you what we do when we're introducing the beam to our recreational kids.
Okay.
Okay?
So nothing too like high tech here. I'm not gonna be doing a flip on here.
No, we're not gonna be doing flicks. We're not gonna be doing cartwheels or round-offs today.
Good.
Maybe next time.
Okay.
So how we get up on the beam is we usually start 2 feet. We're gonna put our hands in front of us. We're gonna jump and put our hips on the beam and then swing our leg over.
Okay.
So like this. Okay. Okay.
Not
like
as
what I did.
graceful as you.
Okay. So we can either place our feet behind us by just crouching them up, or we can swing them up. So I'm gonna swing them up like this. And you put your feet behind you. That's it. Lean a bit more forward. That's the girl. All right. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Now go up on your toes. Good. So now, can you do this? Can you put your hands on your hips?
I can do one.
Good. Now can you stand up? Okay. There we go. Yeah. If you just want to straighten your legs out and then slowly bring your hands off the beam. Good job. So with one foot in front of the other, make sure your feet are facing forward. Because the minute they start to go to the side, oh, see how I'm off center already?
Yep.
So make sure they're always facing forward.
Okay.
Okay. And to start, we're just going to put our hands on our hips. Okay. Good. Now we're going to take 4 steps forward, okay?
Okay.
But toe to heel, okay? Remember, your feet should be facing forward. And when we walk on the beam, you want to be looking at the end of the beam, not down. That keeps our body straight.
Does that help the balance too?
Yes, because the minute your head goes down, your bum comes out, and you're not straight over the beam anymore. Okay?
Yeah, that does help.
Good. Okay, now, do you want to try walking on your tippy toes?
I can pretend.
Okay. So just try to rise up on your toes And again, toe to heel, looking at the end. How you doing?
Yep, that's a little harder.
Okay, let's go down. I want to go try walking out to the side. So
Sure.
why don't you face me? Turn around. So you want to make sure that your feet are facing me now, perfectly straightforward. There we go. And then all you're going to do is walk side to side and keeping everything on top of the beam. That's it, keep going. Good job. You can look towards the end of the beam again. Good.
I don't have much balance. I can
That's
tell
okay.
once you're up here.
Okay, should we try going backwards? So I want you to
Okay.
face this side and make sure again, are your feet facing forward? Good.
Yeah.
And again, toe to heel, okay? So we're just gonna go toe to heel. Good. And because we're coming close to the end, you should start to drag your foot along the beam so you don't miss the end, because I've seen kids actually fall off the end because there's no more beam left. Good job. Good, feel with your toe. Once you reach the end, you're gonna stop.
The hands on the hips and looking at the end does help you.
It does, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You're at the end? Good.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make you jump off backwards at the very first start.
You mean you don't want me to do a backflip off?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna try to go up on your toes and turn. So you're gonna turn towards me. There you go. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a good job. That's a girl. Okay, so we're gonna practice our landing. So you're gonna stick your feet together. Good. When we jump off, you're gonna bring your arms up when you jump and then keep them up when you land and bend your knees. I'm gonna show you and then you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay, so here, up, like that. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. Arms up and keep them up. Oh, almost. I think we should try again though. We're gonna try one more time.
Okay.
Okay. Arms up, bend. Oh,
Yay!
fantastic! High five, you stuck your landing. No deduction. Okay, should we go to bars?
All right, let's do the bars. Okay, we did the balance beam. Went good.
Yeah.
Now we're at the bars.
We're at the bars. I'm going to teach you how to, first of all, I'm going to teach you the proper grip. The introductory grip, which is the front grip. So all you're going to do is stand on this side and put your hands on the bar like this.
So,
Yes. Now that is just a basic forward grip.
okay.
Okay? And you can either have your thumbs over or thumbs on top.
So like this or
Whichever
like
is
this.
more comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and so I'm going to teach you a inverted salto. It's basically an introduction of how to do a backward salto, but you're doing it on a bar.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of you've probably seen it 100 times. A lot of little kids do this in the park. So what I'm going to get you to do is hang down and straighten your elbows. Good. And what you're going to do is bring your feet up to the bar. Okay. Good. Yeah. There we go. Good. And put your feet on the floor. There, and walk forward. Yay!
A little bit dizzy after that one.
A little bit. Okay, so and over here we're going to show you the basic support element on bars is called the front support.
Okay.
So all you're going to do is put your hands again on front grip position.
Okay.
Go ahead. And you're going to just jump up and put your hips on the bar. But before you do that, I'm going to go on the other side. Okay. And jump up and put your hips on the bar. Good. Can you keep your elbows straight and
Yep.
feet together? Good job. Now you're just going to roll down and do a forward salto. Good. Good job. And those are some of the basic elements that we teach on bars at the introductory level.
Okay. Well, I got to do a flip today, so that's
You
really
got to do
cool.
2 flips.
2 flips.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard some talk of trampolines, so are we heading there next?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
At one of my favorite parts, the
Everybody's
trampoline.
favorite part is the trampoline. Yes, so with the trampoline, there's a few basic rules. We always have to walk on and off, and before we get off, we always have to stop, because you'll see a lot of the time, and even this is really key because a lot of the outdoor trampolines, the kids tend to just jump off, and that's where a lot of your injuries occur. So we're gonna learn how to stop, and we're also gonna learn 3 basic jumps today.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you, and then you can go ahead and copy me.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Okay. And see the red X?
Yeah.
We're just gonna make sure that we stay on that when we jump.
All right.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna start by jumping. You're gonna do tuck, hike, straddle, stop. Okay?
All right.
Easy?
Sounds good.
If you have to take a few extra jumps in between, that's okay.
If I could just jump around. Okay.
Well, we have to learn something. Okay, so with your basic stop, you want to jump, and then when you land on the trampoline, bend your knees and keep your arms up again.
So basically like what we did at the beam.
Exactly.
All right, I'll do that again.
That's it. Now just make sure, we're going to try it one more time.
Okay.
Keep your heels down onto the trampoline. So instead of landing just on your
On
toes,
tippy toes?
it's toes to heels.
All right.
Okay. And stop. Bend your knees. That was much better. Awesome.
And we come to stop.
That was great.
All right.
Okay.
Rebecca, thank you so much for showing me the ins and outs of gymnastics, and yes, you did make me sweat a little bit through putting me through all of this.
Oh, no, you know what? Thank you for coming out. It's always a pleasure.
All right, well, stay tuned. We have a little more coming up on Go. Well, that wraps up our show for today. For more information on SALTA Gymnastics, www.saltagym.com. For more information on anything that we have been covering, we are on Facebook at Shaw TV Medicine Hat, also on Twitter at Shaw TV The Hat. Now, the whole time that we've been here, I've been eyeing up this huge foam pit, so I'm gonna jump in. There we go. Let's not get that on camera. How's that?